solstice did I come to the flagon and drink to the health of new friends. But when I got there, I made more hobbit friends, and the toast seemed never to end. Oh, don't go drinking with hobbits. Sure, you'll have a grand time all night long. But if you go drinking with hobbits, my friends, you may not want to wake up at all. When the sun arose the next morning, and I lifted my head from my drool, there were beer mugs spilled on the tables, and hobbits locked next to their stools. A young hobbit lass grinned across the barroom and nudged each of my new hobbit friends. And then sometime after second breakfast, we all started drinking again. Oh, don't go drinking with hobbits. Sure, you'll have a grand time all night long. But if you go drinking with hobbits, my friends, you may not want to wake up at all. I left Hobbiton a few days later. My head, it was swollen and sore. It felt like a dwarven anvil after a terrible war. I don't think I'll ever recover from the food, the drink, and the cheer. And I swear I'll never drink with hobbits again, at least till I see them next year. Oh, don't go drinking with hobbits. Sure, you'll have a grand time all night long. But if you go drinking with hobbits, my friends, you may not want to wake up at all together now. Ho! Don't go drinking with hobbits. Sure, you'll have a grand time all night long. But if you go drinking with hobbits, my friends, you may not want to wake up. One more time. Oh, don't go drinking with hobbits. Sure, you'll have a grand time all night long. But if you go drinking with hobbits, my friends, you may not want to wake up at all. One more? All right, I have one more song that I wanted to sing for you. But when I was watching the latest season of Wheel of Time, yeah, I know. I was watching it, and lo and behold, there's a certain song that came up, and it said, so is Mark going to play that? And I was like, I'll see, but I might need
The wheel of time turns, and ages come and pass, leaving memories that become legend. Legend fades to myth, and even myth is long forgotten when the age that gave it birth comes again. In one age, called the third age by some, an age yet to come, an age long past, a wind rose in the mountains of mist. The wind was not the beginning. There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time, but it was a beginning. Welcome to JordanCon.
Yeah, Gerald. That was nice. It was good. It's good. Great first attempt. But let's talk operatives. Operative words. Find the word we want to play.
Okay.
And then direct your. You see, where do the best performances come from? From the buttocks.
Okay.
So.
Okay.
Yeah, so
you want me
the
to...
The wind was not the beginning. Yeah. Down. There you go.
Okay.
The groin and the buttocks. The groin.
Okay.
There are neither beginnings nor endings.
Okay.
Let's try
So
that.
neither
nor and down.
and down and nor.
Yeah. That was good. And Gerald, you did it all right. But see, when you're reading stuff like this, you got to bring emotion to it. You got to bring it like no.
But see, he was saying I got to get the.
No, the butters got nothing to do with this.
Okay. All right.
It's about that old Southern upbringing and knowing how to read this. So you should read it like there are neither beginnings or ends to the turning of the wheel of time.
Okay.
Turning. Gotta come from the heart.
Can you believe this? Can you believe these guys? They're all wrong. All of them. You're all wrong.
Okay.
You're all wrong. This is not called the series of neither, or it's certainly not called the Chronicles of Turning. Right? No. What is it called? On three. 1, 2, 3. Wheel of Time. The Wheel of Time. So, if you're going to read this the way you should read it, it should sound like this. There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the Wheel of Time.
Wheel of time.
The Wheel of Time. That's where we are. Not. Yeah, I don't.
So we got a dancer, a dramaturg, and whatever the hell you two are. We need a director.
Okay. Okay. But
Disregard his buttocks and his years of theatrical experience.
Nobody ever disregards my buttock.
No, because you speak through them so eloquently. But comedy, tragedy, it all comes from the transitions.
Okay.
Ergo, it is, in fact, about the butt.
That's what I said!
But I'm not speaking from mine. I'm speaking about Jordan's. That did not come out right. Or maybe it did.
Okay.
All right. Let's. There are neither beginnings nor endings to the turning of the wheel of time, but. Come on, give it a slap. Come on, Gerald. But. All right, get up. All right. Come on. To the turning of the wheel of time, but it was a beginning.
No.
Okay, no, we're not, no. First the hills of Tanchico and now this, no. Okay, too early in the day, we have to pace ourselves, okay? So, it was not what was it again? Okay, it was not the beginning, but it was a beginning.
A beginning.
I guess it's her con, so she wins.
Y'all help me thank A.J. Hartley, Milton Davis, John Hartness, and Sarah Silver. I knew I made a mistake. I knew it. No, thank you to those fellow authors for helping us to start off with a few shenanigans. You know, we are shenanigan prone around here. Milton will be counting ribbons later on, wherever you are.
I'll be standing at the door collecting them as you leave.
So let me try that again. Welcome to JordanCon. I am incredibly honored to serve as your Toastmaster this year. This con is very near and dear to my heart. It was the first convention to invite me as an author guest of honor, and has been so welcoming and warm over the years. And so I really see JordanCon as my home con, regardless of where I go across the country. And so I'm really happy to be here with you this weekend again, and to serve as your Toastmaster. My thanks to all of the staff. This only happens because of the JordanCon staff and all of the volunteers that do a whole lot of work that we don't see behind the scenes. Let me especially thank Nancy and Dahl for their work in the past few months in helping to shepherd me through this process and pointing me in the right direction of what I need to do, and everyone in guest services. So thank you all. I'm so happy to be here. Okay, we got a bunch of stuff to get through, a lot of information to give you. But let's start off by talking about the other guests of honor who are here with us this weekend. The author guest of honor is Cherie Renee Thomas. Take some time when you have it to read through her whole bio. It's chock full of interesting things. She's done a lot and been a lot of places. But she is a Hugo, a Ember, a Locus, and a World Fantasy Award finalist. She's a New York Times best-selling, award-winning author, editor, and poet. And I'm happy to not only have shared some table of contents with her, but been on stage for some events. And we're really happy to have Cherie here with us this weekend. Her spotlight panel is tomorrow at 1 p.m. here in Maine, so make sure you check that out. Cherie Renee Thomas. Our artist guest of honor is Oksana Nedevnaya. Did I say that right? Okay. Oksana was born and educated in Moscow, Russia, where throughout her formative years, she was trained as a classical pianist. She's contributed as a costume concept artist on a number of productions, including Suicide Squad, Ghostbusters, and the opening ceremony of the 2014 Olympic Games. Yeah, amazing. And I've got an opportunity to peruse some of her work. She's an amazing artist. And her spotlight panel is tomorrow at 11:30 a.m. So make sure you pencil those into your schedule for the weekend. We have a couple of brilliant guests of honor with us, and we're looking forward to what they have to share with us this weekend. Some of the track directors want us to highlight a few of the panels that will be taking place this weekend. The Wheel of Time. The Wheel of Time is having what's called the Wheel of Time Leather Bound Project. That's Friday at 2:30. Dragon Steel is releasing, Dragon Steel is releasing a deluxe edition of Eye of the World, and they're going to talk about that. That's always exciting, right? You can never have enough copies of your favorite books. That's why I try and stay out of bookstores. I go broke. You know, you do that thing where I'm just going to go in and look. I'm just going to look. And $100 later, you're like, oh, my God. Also in the Wheel of Time, Fighting Fascism with the Wheel of Time. That's 5:30 on Friday. Yeah. Very timely, given everything that we're dealing with. You know, sometimes you listen to folk and you wonder, wait, have you read the Wheel of Time? Have you read X-Men? Really? Have you actually watched Star Trek? Okay. So that's Friday at 5:30. And then Season 3, Episode 8 discussion. That's Sunday at 2:30. They'll be discussing Season 3, Episode 8 of the Wheel of Time TV series on Prime Video. All right, so that's Wheel of Time. 4 p.m. today, here, it'll be Dunwoody, BC. It's going to be a low-stakes improv costume contest for Project JordanCon. That's today. Check that out at 4 o'clock. This is good for those of you, this is your first time or maybe your second time here. We're doing speed friending, and that's at 5:30 p.m. here. If you're new to the con, maybe you're a little shy, you want to meet new people, come out for the speed friending. It's an opportunity for you to very quickly get to know some folks. And listen, if this is your first year, I want you to understand this is one of the most welcoming and warm cons I've ever been to. I've been to a lot of cons across the country, and so just, you know, understand that you will be making some friends. Speed friending, that's 5:30 today. Right? Yeah. Anyone, first timers? Just wave your hand, first timer. Amazing. Okay, so get ready to make a bunch of new friends, right? Right. I'm telling you, that's going to happen. That's how I met this dude right here who's always trying to steal ribbons from me. Lit RPG. A few of the things that they want to highlight for this weekend. Tomorrow at 10 a.m. in Ashford, they're doing matching voices. That's about authors and narrators discussing the process behind finding the perfect voices to fit each character. And then 10 a.m. on Sunday, everyone is welcome. A discussion on diversity in lit RPG, what the genre looked like when it first started compared to now, excuse me, and how we can continue to improve, right? That's Saturday and Sunday, 10 o'clock. Author workshops. I know we have a number of writers here, and the writers track is a wonderful, wonderful track to be a part of. But the authors workshops that are also happening, the authors workshop track is looking forward to seeing writers who have submitted works for the Friday night workshop and Saturday slush sessions. Say that 5 times real quick. Slush sessions. Slush sessions. Yeah, see? We've got plenty of workshops that you can drop by and be a part of, and check on that schedule in SCED. I keep trying to remember, okay, but then I have to say schedule, so that's SCED instead of shed. That's something different. The writer's track wants me to highlight for you Beyond the Book. That's Friday at 8:30. Building an author brand and long-term career. Then we'll talk about taking a long view to your writing career. Panel that I'm on tomorrow at 1 o'clock in the conference center. All of these take place in the conference center. Creative culpability within fiction, That's Saturday at 1 o'clock. Fiction isn't just escapism. It shapes our understanding of the world. How do we balance creative freedom with social responsibility? And then Saturday at 4, cultural narratology within story. Stories aren't created in a vacuum. Cultural narratology explores how cultural context, values, and shared narratives shape the way we tell and understand stories, right? Friday tonight, that's tonight at 8:30, the yearly brawl. That's the annual pub night featuring, starts with an open mic. Thank you. Starts with an open mic and pub sing hosted by Mark Gunn. And then sponsored by Sound Booth Theater, late night karaoke. Communications. So communications wants us to be sure to use this year's hashtags on social media. That's hashtag JordanCon, hashtag JordanCon 2025. And they also want to remind you to check your schedule daily on jordancon.org, jordancon.sced.com, on the schedule, on the Sced app, and the daily printed edition of the source. And again, they want you to download Sced and search for JordanCon, and in that app you can set reminders, you can get notifications, and you can leave reviews, right? Okay, let me introduce two of my favorite people and our favorite people so that they can present some awards. Put your hands together for Jen and Jimmy.
Jimmy couldn't make it. He asked me about 5 minutes ago, do you need me? I was like, probably not, so he's not here. Okay? All right, so JordanCon, we like to give out awards because we like to give nice things to our friends. That's why we do swag and seek and whatnot. So we are giving out awards like we do every year to our heroes of the horn, the people we know that if JordanCon calls, they will answer. The people who just always seem to be there for us in the community whenever we need them. And so there's a couple people I want to recognize today. So I don't have to take it off my teeth this year. Good. All right, so the first person I want to recognize is in the professional category, a person who has been a big supporter of JordanCon, who has advocated for us within the wider community of fans in the Southeast. This person was the first person to approach us and say, hey, I would really love to sell JordanCon merch for you. Could I do that? And we said, sure, yeah, okay. She is an exceptional artist. She has been the guest of honor at numerous conventions. She has won awards here and at other places. She has been recognized in so many different ways, but I want to recognize Leah Powell today. All right, so the next person I want to recognize is someone that is familiar not just to JordanCon, but to the Wheel of Time fandom as a whole. They run the exceptional YouTube channel, What Up. John McDonald is a wonderful supporter of JordanCon. He is usually here. Unfortunately, he's not able to be here this weekend due to a family emergency. I know, but we miss him. But we would love to recognize John from What Up, John McDonald from What Up. And accepting the award on his behalf is Larry Daniel. All right, the last person I want to recognize is a volunteer. But first I want to tell you a little bit about the history of the Hero of the Horn Volunteer Award. A few years ago, we renamed it to be the Steve Godecki Memorial Volunteer Award to recognize Steve Godecki. If you did not get the opportunity to meet Steve Godecki when he was still with us, he was one of the original JordanCon volunteers, someone who helped me get the convention off the ground back in 2009. Yeah. The math isn't mathing for me today. But yeah, so when Steve passed, because of his commitment to volunteerism, not only at JordanCon, but throughout his life, he worked for AmeriCorps. One of the things that we do is we renamed the award after him. And so we would like to award this year's Steve, well, okay, let me tell you about her first. Okay, so this is someone that you have probably seen, but not seen, because they've been doing some behind the scenes work, right? Okay, this is someone who you definitely have felt or even tasted their work at JordanCon. Yes, Jen, I'm talking about you. So Jen Austen was the director of our con suite for years until this year, where she finally said, Jen, I've had enough. Can I get out of this? And of course I said yes. And so Jen Austen, I would love to present you with the Hero of the Horn Award for this year. Do I have to bring it to you? Everyone, our former mistress of the kitchens. All right, but wait, there's more. So we normally give out just 3 awards, but this year we're doing an extra award. Ooh, I know. And you know, this award is so extra and so secret, I don't think the person we're giving it to actually made it in the room. Oh, well. Oh, well. So we have, new this year, the Taverin Award. Okay, so beyond Hero of the Horn, someone who not only is someone I can always call upon, but someone whose very presence changed JordanCon for the better. Someone who came in at a time when JordanCon really needed the help and completely transformed an entire division of JordanCon. Someone who put in new procedures, someone who professionalized our organization behind the scenes, someone who has been a shoulder to cry on for a lot of us, someone who has always supported us, and someone who is, with my gratitude, taking this year off from being on staff. I would like to award this to Jenna Sellers. For those of you who didn't know, Jenna was our operations officer for, God, I can't remember how many years now. And so, like, operations makes the con go. And so we're forever grateful that she made the con go. All right, I'm done. See ya.
Thank you, Jen. So many deserving folks. Okay, you hear that too, right? Okay. I just wanted to make sure I wasn't having a stroke, you know. Okay, so let's talk about charity real quick. One of the things that happens kind of, not necessarily in the background, but as all of the rest of the stuff, we're engaged in our shenanigans and nerding out and having fun. One of the really important things that is also happening concurrently across the weekend is that JordanCon is raising money for charity, right? JordanCon supports the Mayo Clinic's amyloidosis research. Y'all gonna give me an award for pronouncing all of this stuff once this is over. In honor of Robert Jordan, who passed away from cardiac amyloidosis. JordanCon has raised over $60,000 to date since 2009. And we'll talk about the ways we do that. The charity auction, using the website 32 Auctions, you can do online bids, and you can online bids can be submitted for an array of donations. The charity auction can be found next door in the Ravinia Ballroom. All items are donated to JordanCon from artists, guests, and attendees, right? So come see the charity volunteers to register for the auction. And some of the events that are happening this weekend, Dice Throne Tournament, that's Friday, that's today at 4 in gaming, a Dice Throne Tournament with a buy-in. Of course, all profits go to the charity. The Poker Tournament tonight at 8:30 in gaming. Buy-in with all proceeds going to the Mayo Clinic, and the charity art jam at 10:30 in Ashford. Our artists are on the clock to deliver a work of art with a specific theme in just 2 hours. All art created will be available in the charity auction. The other big thing that happens that raises money is the JordanCon anthology. For the writers, yeah. The cover art this year is by Madeline Locke, one of our amazing artists. And the anthology is full of fun, captivating stories and art on the theme Heroes. That's the theme for this year. And you can purchase that at the JordanCon store in the dealer's hall. So those are some of the ways in which JordanCon raises money for the specific charity over the weekend, and we encourage you to hop in and participate at some level, pick up some things, bid on some things, grab the anthology with the understanding that all of that goes toward charity, and it's such a great cause, all right? Yeah. Sanderson programming. I know some of you all are big Sanderson fans, and so the Sanderson programming for this year, there's a couple of highlights. Editing of Wind and Truth, that's today at 4 in Camellia. Peter Ahlstrom and the Dragon Steel editorial team tell their struggle in editing of Wind and Truth. Wind and Truth review, that's at 11:30 tomorrow. Hot takes from the panel and the audience in Wind and Truth review. And then Cosmere Random Encounter Generator, that's Sunday at 1. Find out what the panel is about at the same time. Our Dice telepanelists at the Cosmere Random Encounter Generator. That's interesting, okay. You know, roll the dice and find out what happens. Fantasy programming, JordanCon 2025, Alatsaway Book Club, okay, Sunday at 1. Join us for a captivating discussion on Alatsaway by Darcy Little Badger, a beautifully woven tale of magic, family, and adventure. And then Saturday at 11:30, Dancing with the Fae. You have an idea what that is. Step into the enchanting and often perilous world of the Fae. Just as you go around this weekend, check people's number of fingers. Don't step in any circles. Don't accept any gifts. Too late for some of y'all. Some of you have already gotten. Heroes, anti-heroes, and villains. That's Sunday at 11:30. Again, that's to do with a discussion on Lots Away by Darcy Little Badger. And then Ship Happens. S-H-I-P, Ship. Ship Happens, and that's an 18 and over panel, Friday at 10 p.m. Sailing the open seas of fandoms, one ship at a time. Will randomly generate characters and discuss how their romantic relationships would flourish or flame out. I am still mad about Ray and Finn, but that's my personal thing. We won't talk about that. Okay, so the other important thing about JordanCon and what makes all of this work are the volunteers, right? That's what makes this event that we all love so much happen every year. It's the volunteers. And so you're invited to, and that's the other thing, one of the really great things if you're new to the JordanCon family, one of the very easiest ways to kind of come into the family and get to know people and make connections is to volunteer. You can follow the link or visit the volunteer headquarters in Maplewood B to sign up for volunteer spots. Volunteering is a perfect chance to meet people, and there are different kinds of shifts available, from sitting only to no talking for our introverts, yeah, and even kid-friendly shifts. All volunteers receive, this is entrance into the volunteer raffle, a swag bag, ribbons. No, Milton, you cannot volunteer to get ribbons. Sunday Dead Dog Gelato Party. Volunteers who complete 3 shifts or more receive the annual volunteer pin, right? All right, jump in and volunteer. If your stomach is growling, this is for you. Con Suite. I was going to mention a specific food item, but I'm told that Jen still kind of is, I don't want to get on her bad side. Con Suite located on the 3rd floor, that's the important part, room 301. The hospitality suite is also on the 3rd floor, that's room 312. The hospitality suite is available for you to sit and eat, right? So remember, Con Suite is grab and go. So please listen to the volunteers and keep the line moving. And this is important, don't consume any food or beverages in the hotel lobby, right? That's what the hospitality suite is for, or you can take it back to your own room. Pay attention to the signs and they will help you find your way. Feedback. So feedback can happen as the con goes on. The con is always interested in hearing back from you as to what you think about the experience. So you can do that as the weekend progresses, and at the end of the weekend, please provide your feedback on panels, on the con suite, and anything else in the schedule app. In the SCED app, and this can be done in real time. Stay tuned for leave takings. That's on Sunday at the very end of the con for the link to the annual planning survey to provide additional feedback and input into next year's event. Okay? All right. Safety and con operations. Let me introduce or announce the JordanCon Operations Officer, Shannon Lieb, who will discuss con safety and harassment policy. Come on, Shannon.
Shannon!
You get both of us. Okay. I'm going to stand back here. Hi, everybody. I'm Shannon. I am the Con Operations Officer. This is Jessie. She's new this year. You might know Jessie from last year. She was one of our volunteer leaders. She is now our Deputy Officer of Operations. We will be around all weekend here to help you. So we just want to highlight a couple things, and we want you to see our faces so that you can find us if you need anything. First is safety is everyone's responsibility. Please, if you see something that you think that we could improve, if you see a potential trip hazard or behavior that's making you uncomfortable or you think that we should address, or just any kind of opportunity for improvement, please bring that to a staff member and they can find us or find us directly, and we can, help address that and make sure that everybody is having a very safe and enjoyable weekend. Okay.
So one of everyone's favorite topics is we have a lot of fun this weekend. We have a lot of friends this weekend. We're going to make a lot of friends this weekend, but one of the things that we do have to address is consent. So we're going to review. Normally Jenna does this, and I am filling some really big shoes. So bear with me, okay? So cosplay is not consent. Silence is not consent, okay? Consent is enthusiastic, emphatic, and explicit yes. So we're going to practice that. I want everyone to give me an enthusiastic, emphatic, explicit yes. Yes! That is consent, okay? Like Shannon mentioned.
Just practice, nothing.
You'll find out later. That was also not consent, by the way, not secret. There's no secret consent, okay? That was not it. But like Shannon said, if you are in a situation, find a teal lanyard that says officer or a black lanyard that says staff, and we will be able to assist you with getting you to a place where you need to be. All right? And then a new feature this year that we're introducing to the dance is our fabulous safety team has, based on their wonderful personalities, have decided to acquire white hats. Safety team, don your hats and say hi. Yes. So these wonderful staff members are going to be present at the dance on Saturday night, so that if you have questions or if you have a need, they will hook you up, all right? Not with everything, just if you have something that, okay? So at the dance on Saturday, look for the white hats, okay?
Yeah. Okay. And then just to close it out, again, please follow signage. There's signs everywhere in here about volunteering, absolutely, about leaving feedback, about not moving chairs in the rooms. If you have any questions, just let us know. And then if you have any questions specifically for accessibility, please bring those to the registration tables out front. They have some printed information. If we need additional help, then we're gonna get Matt, and he's gonna help you, but they have his contact information. Okay, thanks everybody. Back to the rightful owner of the stage.
All right, so if something's going on and you need somebody to stand by for a moment, I'm your huckleberry, if you see me around. Okay, we're almost there, all right? Gaming, I highlight a couple of things in the gaming track. Today at 4 p.m. in DeKalb, game building workshop, game design workshop with professionals in the industry. Come for a workshop to meet and talk about your ideas for your game. Bring a manuscript, 1,000 to 3,000 words, to discuss in detail with industry professionals. That's a good opportunity. Feel free to discuss content, game design philosophy, mathematical systems, layout, and professional topics related to game design. Tomorrow at 11:30 in La Grotto, writing for world building. That's a panel focused on writing world building for games, selling a setting to players, game masters, and publishers, from Mystara to Night City, what has worked, why, and what we can learn from it. And today in here at 4 o'clock, if you've ever been interested maybe in playing Elden Ring and you were kind of put off by the reputation of From Software games being difficult, I will be here, thanks to Ryan in the gaming track, playing the first couple of hours of Elden Ring, and I'm going to show you how to set up a character that'll be OP for the early to mid game and kind of help ease you into the game if you're interested. All right, that's 4 o'clock today. Gaming Hall. The gaming vendor Gigabytes is offering demos and games for sale. The hours are 10 a.m. to 2, and you can also, in the gaming hall, bring your own games to play. Makers Track. We got any makers in here? The Gaming and Makers Tracks are proud to present the second annual charity speed painting contest. Show off your skills for the chance to win fabulous prizes while raising money for the JordanCon charity. And don't forget to stop by the charity table on Saturday to admire and vote on the entries. And that's 4 o'clock. Get in on the latest JordanCon dance craze. Our very own Kalyani Paluri. See, y'all gonna pay me for pronouncing all of this stuff. We'll be teaching this year's Bollywood style. What time is that? I may have to come and watch that. Bollywood style dance here in Maine at 2:30. Check that out. Pockets. We have a class on sewing pockets. Because pockets. That's Sunday at 11:30. Okay. All right. Let me bring up Paul. Where's Paul? Dark Rand is going to talk about sales. Blachik. Yeah. Yeah. Was that right? Okay. Great. I don't know how I feel about Dark Rand telling us about sales, though.
I've been doing it since 2019. Probably fine. Definitely no darkest timelines this year. So my name is Paul Balachik. I'm the sales officer for JordanCon. It is Friday, and I've already lost my voice, so that's great. I have been cosplaying as Rand for over 20 years now, and I've been at JordanCon since JordanCon 2, and I will say after 2 decades of being Rand, last year during opening ceremonies, you guys laughed a little too hard at a joke that I made. Some of you might remember that joke. Well, after 2 decades, it's time to hang up the coat. This is who I am now. Beard, old man. All right, yeah, that was fun, great. Just crying a little on the inside. So I'm the sales officer. Our division is in charge of registration, the Author's Alley, the Dealer's Hall, the art show, and the JordanCon store. Registration is located right out here. If you're in this room, I guess you already got your badge. So if you do have any questions or you need a lanyard for your badge, please go to registration and they will help you out. And now where to buy all the cool stuff. Outside the room, registration, and then the rest of the hall is the Author's Alley. Please support our authors and guests, maybe snag a signed book or 2. Authors are very active on panels at JordanCon, so you may go to their table and they may have a sign that says they'll be back at a certain time. If you're looking for an author and they're not there, check back again, I promise they'll be there. The large ballroom that's at the end of this hallway is called Ravinia. Ravinia is where you'll find our charity auction, our dealer's hall, our store, and our art show. The hall is open today from 2:30 until 7, and the hours for the rest of the weekend are posted both on Sketch as well as signage outside of the hall. The art show this year features over 35 unique artists working in a variety of media. If you find that piece that beckons you, or 2, or 3, 4, you can either bid on it in a silent auction process or you can just buy it outright for what we call the quick sale price. If you have any questions about how bidding or buying works, look for a volunteer wearing a blue sash or just go to the art show staff table. They'll help you out. Some quick reminders that they've asked me. No photography in the art show. Please do not touch the art. If you are ready to buy something, find a volunteer with a sash. They will help you buy it and take it off the wall. Everyone is encouraged to vote in our People's Choice Awards. Ballots are available at the art show staff table. And finally, JordanCon donates a portion of all art show and print shop sales to the Mayo Clinic. So help support charity and our artists by buying some art. Yeah. Clapping for charity that's good. The ballroom is also home to our dealer's hall, where you can find all sorts of things, painted minis to chainmail jewelry, scented soaps to stained glass. There's just so much in there, I can't even name anything. Also, I'm not in charge of the dealer's hall anymore, so I don't even know who's in there anymore. Also, we have our JordanCon store. This is where you can get a variety of officially licensed JordanCon swag, including this year's t-shirt designed by Amy Brewer Davenport, assorted enamel pins. This year we have new pint glasses that are sand etched by one of our attendees. They look awesome. We have our anthology as well as many other items for sale. We're also continuing to expand our print-on-demand line of merchandise. So these items aren't sold at JordanCon, but we do have some samples so you can see what they look like. The idea is that by doing print on demand, different sizes, different colors, whatever you want, you talk to us, we make it happen, and you can buy cool stuff. Last thing, please remember your purchases from JordanCon, from the JordanCon store, help us continue having an amazing con suite, programming, and guests, and also allows JordanCon to fulfill its mission of charitable donations. So when you need a souvenir or 20, Ravinia is where to go. And one final reminder, JordanCon itself is cashless for everything, for the store and registration, all that, and art show, charity auction, but the dealers themselves take Venmo, they take Cash App. Every vendor is different, so don't assume that they don't take cash. If you have a lot of cash, they will gladly take it from you. All right? That's it, guys.
Thank you, sir. A moment of silence for the passing of Dark Rand. Okay, there's a costume contest going on across the weekend. The sign-up form is located online. The link is in SCAD. Spaces are limited. Spaces are limited, and registration is open until midnight. So if you want to get in there, make sure you register. Prejudging sessions start at 2:30 in Ashford, and then you check emails for your scheduled time slot. The exhibition is tomorrow at 5:30, right in here, and that looks like it's going to be fun. We'll be part of that. The science fiction track, some highlights for panels, Objects in Motion. That's today at 5:30 in Azealia. Time, Debts, Converging POV, and Hard Science Fiction time stuff. Space is vast, and the intricacies of objective and subjective time can be confusing. What is this phenomenon, and how does it make our stories better? Tomorrow at 10 a.m., Science Fiction for Kids, Then and Now. Saturday mornings and weekday afternoons were made for kids. G.I. Joe, The Real American Hero. Wait a minute. Herculoids, Space Ghost. I'm just remembering Saturday morning and after school. Yeah, I know I'm old. It's okay. Times have changed, and so have the kids. What shows right now are good watching for this new generation? What classics still hold up? That's tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. And then Sunday at 11:30, Star Trek in a Mirror Snarky. We are visited by panelists from the Mirror Universe to talk about their favorite and least favorite Mirror Universe episodes. Yeah. Tomorrow, 4 p.m. here in Dunwoody, the Peachtree Symphonic Winds. The Symphonic Winds performs Heroes of the Ages, a symphonic tribute to the heroic in fact and fiction. The concert includes selections from Star Wars, Star Trek, Captain America, the hit musical Wicked, and many more. So, symphonic fans, that's tomorrow at 4 o'clock right here. Dance party. Anyone? Tomorrow night. Now I know what the white hat thing means. I saw the white hats. Tomorrow night at 8:30, right here in Dunwoody, it's a murder. Oh my goodness. It's a murder on the dance floor. I'm going to read this because they want me to read this. It would be an unkindness not to share our JordanCon 2025 dance theme with you all. The process to come up with an amazing theme has stretched long, and there may have even been a bit of treachery during the process. Now, no need to get a constable involved. We're inviting all of you to join in our conspiracy. Okay, yes, it's all right. If you think you're getting away from 80s pop hits, Paul, DJ of Chaos, will prove you wrong. So don your finest feathers and gather your flock. So just come out and dance tomorrow night, y'all. 8:30 and done with it, okay? All right, just a quick set of recaps. Don't touch people. Don't touch the art. Eat at the con suite. Throw away your trash. This all sounds like stuff we learned in kindergarten, right? Hydrate. Yeah, I know some of you all need to be reminded. Drink water, please. As already has been said, sales are cashless, but some vendors may still take cash. And everything is in schedule. SCAD. Yeah, SCAD. If you need staff, black lanyards or teal, look for them. And at the dance, look for white hats if you need their assistance. Don't forget to use the hashtags on socials, hashtag JordanCon, hashtag JordanCon 2025, and make sure to reach out to staff with your questions if you have any. And the most important thing to share with you today, have fun. Welcome to JordanCon, y'all. Go forth and enjoy yourself.